Hey, what's up, Lachlan? Quick demo video for you I've got two different sabers of yours. I've got your 7 chambers and Veracity Labs Magic Myth, and then we've also got your SP Sabers Empress Regnant right here, right? So, but we'll go over the Magic Myth first. I'm still waiting for some blade material to come into stock before I make you a recessed blade for this. So for now, I can't throw a blade in it, but I'll show you how it lights up here and everything like that. You've got stock V3s in there. They're all installed with Proffies. How you get to your Proffie board, if you ever need to change anything, is you just unscrew it from the pommel. I got all your sound fonts on here that you sent me for everything, so it should be all good to go out of the box. But just for future reference, if you take this piece off right here, you will see you've got a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker in its own speaker pod, so it doesn't come out of there. You've got access to your US or your micro USB and your SD card, and then these are your pogo pins for your speaker, right? And that's what that looks like right there. But if you don't need to change anything with your fonts, you probably will never even open this up. All right. A copy of the config file is on the SD card that I used, and that's the same on all three of these guys, basically, because the staff is like 2 installs. It's the same config on each side of the staff, but I went ahead and I put it on both SD cards. Okay, so put a battery in this guy. You just want to unscrew the grenade section. You got a removable battery set up here. You've got a 7-pin PCB system here that makes contact with that blade side PCB in there. So what we want to do is just throw a battery in here. The spring side is in here, so that's where your negative side of your battery goes. And we'll throw this in. There is a strip along this battery that I try not to face straight up. I try to put it just along the chassis piece right there. You're not going to hear anything because this has a kill switch. All right, so we'll just put this in, screw it all the way down. I use the helper board that came with this kit, and that helper board has a kill switch. So what you want to do is you just take your clamp card and slide it back. You can see your reveal board right there, but then right at the very edge right here is your kill switch. Now we'll turn this light off. Come over here and flip that. You see it? When you do that, just slide this back in, just like that. We'll hit power. So power is your back button. Up here is your auxiliary. We can turn it off, and then as you can see, I've got your arrows doing the cave scene sequence for the blinkies, and then when you turn it on, the green arrow will stay on, and I've got the red kind of pulsing. And all your LEDs up here are firing up like they should. Auxiliary up here. And I did give you swing on or twist off. So I didn't put swing on here because there's so much to do to get it together. So you will have to hit the switch to turn it on, but I did give you twist off. We'll go to another sound font. This one has 5 of them.
Tell me, is this training?
My training? No. Always training. The universe is.
Every one of them has a soundtrack, and to get to that, it's just a long press on the activation. And then the same thing to turn it off, right?
You don't know what you're facing. You won't go any farther.
No joy in this victory. We shall find.
Too many killed on like.
Yeah, you don't have to twist it off. You can just hit the power to turn it off if you want to.
Lord Vader.
Vader. If you want to turn it off right here, just tap it. Just like that.
If you will not turn to the dark side, then perhaps
just like that. I think that may have been 5 right there.
Commander Skywalker, do you copy?
Yeah, I think we cycled through all of them. Just like that. So we'll first come over here, and I'll leave the blinkies going while I come over here and flip the switch so you can see that it kills everything like it should. Just like that. And then, of course, you could leave your battery in here since you have a kill switch, but I'm going to take it out. Currently, this is the only test battery I have, so I'm not going to be able to fire up the staff all at once. We're going to have to test each side, just one side at a time, but that's okay. You'll probably want to get a tool or something to take this battery out right here because the battery is a tight fit, but it's meant to be like that. All right. We'll put this back together and set it off to the side. And then here is your Empress Regnant. These are also installed with Proffies. They've got 24mm Smuggler's Outpost speakers, and then you also have stock V3s in here for your main blade. All right, so when you get to your chassis, it does matter which side is which. All right, so when you take this guy right here and you unscrew it from the handle like this, and we'll go ahead and we'll take this out real quick. This piece needs to go back into this handle. If you get those swapped, then these two magnets won't line up when you close the saber, right? They'll kind of be off. So yeah, if you take this piece out of this piece, make sure it goes back into this side. All right, so we'll set this off to the side. And then here is your chassis. So you got, your removable battery set up here. Your speaker is back here because your sound venting is actually in this red pill area. And then you do have access to your micro USB and your SD card from right here. You can't see it from here, but you can get to it with a pair of tweezers and everything from here. And then I just use a straight data cable. And yeah, that's how I get in there, no problem. This is a 2-button setup. So your top switch up here, that's your activation. And then your back switch is right here. And that's your auxiliary switch, all right? So we'll throw a battery in the sky real quick.
You will be Empress. We will be one.
I'm going to go ahead and throw this one in the handle so that you can hear how it sounds when it's all together. Kind of a beast of a saber, so just take your time doing it. A lot of moving pieces to get it all working and all together. No biggie. Now that we got that, it's this one right here. Auxiliary's back here. And then you got twist off on this guy as well. Just like that. And we'll go through the sound fonts on this. These ones have six identical fonts apiece. And then several of these sound fonts came with blade styles. So I made sure I used the blade style for the appropriate sound font. And actually, while we've got it off, we'll just go ahead and we'll throw a blade in it. These take 1-inch diameter NeoPixel blades. You do have 2 blade retentions. I'm not going to use them for the sake of this demo, but you've got one right here and then the other one on just about 180 degrees from it. It's a pretty tight fit for this blade, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. If you want blade lockup, you hold down aux and hit the saber at the same time. Now you've got that blade lockup right here, and it will move up and down the blade, depending on how you point the blade. And then just let go of it to disengage it. Soundtracks are the same, so a long press on the activation. And then another long press to turn it off. Just like that. This is one of the ones that came with its own blade style.
So who talks first? You talk first. I talk first.
I talk first. I always talk first. Well, technically you just talked first, but... God damn it.
This one also came in its own blade style, and that's pretty cool. We'll turn that on again. The blade lock up. The maul. This is the only one that didn't come with a blade style, so I gave you an audio flicker in red.
Seismic charges.
Empress Palpatine.
And then also this one didn't come with a blade style, so I gave you an unstable red. I think we're back at the beginning, so we'll go ahead and we'll take the battery out of this guy. First we'll take the blade out. And then we'll go ahead and we'll slap it in the other side so that you can see how that's working too. Should be able to take this and just pop it out with your finger just like that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and leave this off to the side so I don't get confused which one is which. And we'll take this one out of the handle and go over it. Like we'll just do like that, it's a lot easier. Again, that strip that runs the length of the battery.
Don't be afraid of it, you are.
Just try to put it right here along the side of the chassis. And then the handle will fit better that way. Same exact setup. Throw a battery in this guy too, or a blade rather. Blade lock up.
So who talks first? You talk first. I talk first.
I talk first. I always talk first. You just talked first, but... God damn it.
Kenobi. Mind's eye. Second sister.
I think we might be back at the beginning now. Just like that. We'll take the blade out. So both of these sides, obviously they have the same sound fonts. They're put in the same order. So when you have this thing all together and you want to fire up both sides at the same time, it'll be pretty easy to synchronize it. Okay? That is an extremely tight blade fit though. So if you have some brand new blades, you'll probably have to sand them to get them to fit in there. But that's no biggie. We'll just come over here and unscrew this handle. And then again, you can come over here from the positive side, which is up here by the pommel, and you should be able to pop it out with your finger just like that. So that is pretty much your Empress Regnant and your Magic of Myth Sabers. Let me know if you got any questions, and if not, I will try to get these guys out in the mail to you by tomorrow. All right, thanks.